Now, there's a great scene in the movie Skyfall when Moneypenny is shaving James Bond. Now, if you're a James Bond fan, you know this is a memorable moment because we've always got this sexual tension between Moneypenny and James Bond, but nothing ever comes of it. That being said, as hardcore fans, we were even more excited about this because we got an inside look to James Bond's shaving routine. Shaving secret number one, he always shaves right after the shower. So whether it be Goldfinger, Die Another Day, or Skyfall, we see that James Bond, fresh out of the shower, this is when he's going to shave. And it makes a lot of sense because the hair on your face, guess what? It's going to be softer when you expose it to hot water for a number of minutes. That's why I highly recommend, if you don't take a shower before you shave, that you take the time, 1 to 2 minutes, to put a warm cloth on your face. Again, this water is going to penetrate those bristles, make the hair a little bit softer, make it easier to cut. James Bond's shaving secret number two, 007 only uses quality grooming products. Seriously, go read the books. Ian Fleming is very specific that James Bond uses Flawless grooming products. If you're not familiar, this is an older brand, 1730 it was founded. These guys have been making great grooming products for a long time. Now, as many of you hardcore James Bond fans know, Ian Fleming was very brand loyal. The guy just simply had brands that he personally loved and he would inject them into the books. Brands like Rolex. Flawless made it in because this was a brand that he used personally and he liked. That being said, Ian Fleming died in 1964, but if he could have just lived 35 more years, he would have had the chance to try my company, Vitaman, founded in 1999 by my partner, Claire. Guys, I am now an owner of this company, and I have to say, yeah, if Ian Fleming had tried this, he would have thrown out Flawless. He would have brought Vitaman into the James Bond novels. In all seriousness, Flawless is a good brand, but Vitaman is a friggin' amazing one. Guys, that's why I took an ownership stake in this company, because I believe in what they're doing. We're talking natural products using organic ingredients, and we are transparent. I gotta make sure it's right side up about exactly what is in our products. Gents, your skin is like a sponge and it's the largest organ on your body. When you're washing your hands, you're washing your face, you're washing your body, you want to make sure you don't have any toxins in your soap. When it comes to a shaving gel, you want it to lubricate, you want it to protect, you want it to give you a great shave, but you don't want it full of toxins. You want this stuff safe enough that you could actually eat some of it. Actually tastes... yeah, I do not recommend you flavor your food with this stuff. And because we're talking about the shaving secrets of James Bond, I've got a special James Bond shaving kit for you. It's got a shave oil. It has the shave gel and it has the aftershave balm. Now that kit by itself is amazing, but to make this deal even better, I'm throwing in a free skin protector valued at $50 for the first 25 guys that use that link down in the description and grab this kit. And gents, if you've never tried a skin protector, this is gonna blow you away. Basically, this is a serum that you apply right after you've washed your face, and it penetrates the skin, goes in deeper, infuses vitamin C, and just makes the skin look more alive and better. So there you go, gents. I'm making it easy for you. Go over to Vitaman, grab your James Bond kit, use that link down in the description. And gents, I'm serious about only 25 guys getting the skin protector. After this video has been out for a couple days, I'm gonna go back and erase these parts of the video, so don't miss out on this deal. The next shaving secret of James Bond, he's deliberate about his choice of razor. In the 1964 movie Goldfinger, we see James Bond use a Gillette slim handle adjustable razor. Now, a lot of you guys already know this, and I've said this multiple times on the channel. If you're getting any type of ingrown hairs, any type of bumps or razor burn, really, if you're using a cartridge razor, you should try using a safety razor. Over the long term, it's actually a better deal. And when it comes down to it, a good safety razor with proper technique can give you the best shave of your life. Now, do you need to buy a Gillette safety razor? And the answer is no. There are tons of brands out there that make a quality razor. Highly recommend you check out the safety razors by Merkur. I've got a number of them and love that brand. And if you want to learn a lot more about shaving, I know I talk about it briefly. I will put a video down in the description which goes into more detail about shaving, but also go check out guys like the Sharpologist, Geo Fat Boy, a number of great shaving channels out there that go into a lot more detail. Now, what about the straight razor? Yes, this is the one that we see in Skyfall, Moneypenny, shaving James Bond. Love the scene, but would I let a random woman who I've never seen shave me with a straight razor? Probably not, because they call this the cutthroat razor for a reason. You can really hurt yourself with this thing. This thing takes more skill, technique. If you can master it, an amazing tool, and I highly recommend it. That being said, the safety razor is probably a better place to start for most men. Oh, and let's not forget, in Die Another Day, we see James Bond use an electric razor. So even though a lot of guys may think, oh, I'm never going to get a great shave, I would challenge you to look at some of the more modern electric razors, especially those that allow a wet shave. Yes, you can put lotion on, you can use these electric razors, and in my opinion, you can still get a very good shave. And if you deal with a lot of irritation, this may be the way to go. The next shaving secret of James Bond is that he lubricates and protects his face properly. So something like this, he may use, but only as a grenade, because he's not going to put propane on his face. He's not going to put something that's going to suck away the moisture, something that has alcohol in it. Instead, he's probably going to use an old school. In fact, that's what we see. He's going to basically have a shaving soap. So a shaving soap right in here, you would basically have it in a bowl and you would lather it up, add a little bit of water, and then you would apply it using a brush. Now, when I'm looking at shaving soaps, I'm looking at the ingredients. And I look at the top ingredients. So right here, I see that we've got a kosher vegetable oil. That right there is going to stick right on the skin and going to provide the protection. Next up, we've got glycerin. Glycerin is basically going to be the lubrication. It's going to allow the razor to move up and down on the skin. Now, for some guys, just simply upgrading their shaving cream, going with a shaving soap is going to give them a much better shave. But if you still have sensitivity or you get bumps, you deal with irritation and burn, then you want to go for 2 layers. I've talked about this before. This is one of my secret weapons, is you use a shaving oil, and then on top of the shaving oil, you put a second layer of a shaving cream or a shaving gel. And here's why this matters. When you use a shaving cream, it mixes the oil and the glycerin, and you've got that one layer right there. Versus if you put down the oil first and then you put down the glycerin, the slippery layer next, what you get is a thicker layer that does a better job of allowing the razor just to glide right down on the skin and not cut you, and at the same time give you a superior shave. The next shaving secret to steal from James Bond: take your time. Enjoy your shave. Here's the thing. Your father, your grandfather, your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Guess what? All these guys, all these men in your family, they shaved at some point. And yeah, this is a tradition that you share with them. So why not slow it down? Why not actually remember it? Why not enjoy your shave? Getting back to Skyfall, Moneypenny, James Bond, that tension between them. Were they going fast here? No, they were drawing it out. She was slowly moving that razor up and down his neck. Point being here is they had this tension. He's enjoying this moment. He's going to remember this shave. Why don't you actually enjoy your shave? Take the time to actually have you time to think about and not just to mindlessly go through this process. The next shaving secret of James Bond is to use a proper aftershave. So some of you guys may know your history, but there are many famous men that have died from shaving cuts. Yes, about 100 years ago, they didn't know a whole lot about infections. And yeah, you'd be using a straight razor, get a nice deep cut in there, and it would lead to a complication, to an infection, and you would end up being dead. Here's the thing. Aftershaves came about because they realized if you use alcohol, if you use a disinfectant right after you shaved on all those cuts and nicks, guess what? You were less likely to croak. So point being is nowadays it's not that reason anymore, but it does. There are a lot of other effects of a good aftershave. This one right here from my company, Vitamin, has aloe, and aloe is a natural product that's going to go in there and just soothe the skin. Because oftentimes when you do have that close shave, you take off a few layers of skin. You do irritate the skin a bit. So to actually have aloe or other products go on there, natural products, they will soothe and calm down the skin and prevent the redness and the irritation and the rash. And now let's talk about protection. And no, I'm not referring to the Walther PPK. I'm talking about skin protectors and moisturizers. So skin protectors are serums. These are going to deeply penetrate the skin, and they're best if they're used about 5 to 10 minutes after you shave. This is going to go in and fuse vitamin C, and it's great for ensuring that your skin basically looks healthy all day. Now, face moisturizers are slightly different, and this is something you want to apply on the face about 10 to 15 minutes after you shave or throughout the day. Basically, they're going to sit more on the surface of the skin, not have as much of a deep penetration, and they're going to protect the skin from the elements. They're also going to go in and just hydrate the skin a bit, and they help the skin look healthier. So what video to watch next? How about summer style tips to steal from James Bond? In this video, I had a lot of fun, and I give you all of James Bond's secrets to looking good when it's hot.